It is I, Ronald Reagan, the uncommon voice for the common man, coming to you today live from Shadyside, Ohio, home of our illustrious Governor Ted Same-Sex Strickland, with today's Thursday tirade. Today, the subject, Obama and the damn oil leak, and I got 4 words for him. Stop the damn leak! But, since he doesn't know how to do it, in a few minutes I will solve the whole problem as only I can do it. But first off, I'd like to say this. Everybody's jumping on Obama's case because it took him too long to do anything about it, but I can explain that to you. This is how it all goes down. It took God 7 days to create the earth, and Obama, the prophet, it only took him 8 days to save it. Now, I don't think that's much to ask, 8 days, when you have to swing into action to try and save the world from an ecological disaster. Now, we all know that President Obama is undoubtedly the greatest environmental president that we've ever had. And then an environmental crisis comes in, and it takes him 8 days to try and get into action. But he does what any great environmental president would do in a crisis. He did what anybody would do. He sent the Justice Department down there to make sure that the situation was under control. That's exactly what to do. He sent the Justice Department down there, and Eric Green card holder and an army of attorneys down there with their briefcases and black jackets on with DOJ and big yellow letters on the back of them, combing the beaches, taking sworn depositions from seagulls, cranes, and other waterfowl. But there's a reason why the Justice Department had to go down there and straighten out this whole mess. That's because Obama's Environmental Protection Agency was busy preparing a defense for Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Now, I got a few words to say about Obama and this. Is it or is it not his Hurricane Katrina? Well, hell yes, it's his Hurricane Katrina. But when it comes to Hurricane Katrina, everybody blamed George Bush and the federal government for inaction. Slow, they said, slow. But let's take a look back at Hurricane Katrina. The damn worthless mayor was what? A Democrat. The governor, a Democrat. Both United States senators, Democrats. All the members of representatives, Democrats. So for some strange reason, it was all George Bush and FEMA's fault. It doesn't make any difference that all these other people were Democrats. Bush's fault. Now, they all say that George Bush didn't like black people, and they let all those black people die in Hurricane Katrina. That's utter nonsense. Who's run things in Louisiana since the days of Huey P. Long? The Democrats, that's who. Now, all those people lived in poverty for how many years? And all it took was a hurricane to come along and sweep off the veneer, and we see what sort of abject poverty these people lived in. But for some reason, it was all George Bush's fault. Well, I'm here to tell you it was a damn Democrat's fault, and that's just all there is to that. But now, since Obama can't solve this problem, I'll solve it. Here's what you have to do. You have to have all these feminists involved in it. But think about this. Now, the whole country seems to be upset about this thing. Everybody's mad. Everybody's upset. Everybody's tense. In fact, it seems like the whole country has, well, cramps, to be honest about it. Now, you get these feminists down there and you take about 4 billion bales of cotton and throw them all together. Then you get a PCV pipe and seal up one end of it and figure out just exactly how big this hole is. Make that about the same size. Then you take parachutes, wrap it around the bales of cotton, and leave the rip cords sticking up. You shove all that in there, and there it is. Then you take the thing, and you put it down there, and you pull out the rip cords, and what happens? It goes right in the hole, and it clogs it up. That's right. I could solve this with the world's largest tampon. And just think, it'll have to be replaced every 30 days. So you can build more of them. You could probably use an abandoned big government-run Saturn plant somewhere in South Alabama, and then have the illegal Mexicans with their beat-up old semi-tractor trailers run it right down to the Gulf of Mexico and let the Cuban Navy take it down there, pull out the whipcords, and serve it. Problem solved. But what are you going to do with all the oil that's already leaked? Well, I can solve that too. You do exactly what I did with my pool just a few days ago. You dump about 5 million gallons of bleach in the Gulf of Mexico, and it'll clean it all up. All these people are just bitching about the disbursements anyways, so why not just use bleach? It worked in my pool, it'll work in the Gulf of Mexico. And not to mention the fact that if you employ all these people to make these giant tampons every 30 days, you'll put people to work. That's the whole object of this whole thing, isn't it? See? You let your less than humble correspondent take care of this. Problem solved. Now, that's all I got to say for today, but remember this. When news breaks out, my tirades break in, and I would like to leave you with this thought. Just remember my motto. There's no problem so big that it can't be run away from. Until next Thursday, this is your hero, John O'Regan, the uncommon voice for the common man. Over and out.